We are joined by Chief Tom Jenkins. You were second vice president last year, moving up to first vice president this year. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
So talk to us about what you see moving forward, the topics and issues for this upcoming year.
Well, the IAFC is very diversified in what it's working on. Everything from legislative issues that affect all of our nation's fire departments to issues involving firefighter health and safety, cancer, and trying to make sure that we're using good tactics. And so going forward, I think it's going to be a balancing act to make sure we keep all those programs in play, that we continue to look at emerging issues like terrorism and homeland security. And so I'm delighted to be a part of it and have no doubt that it's going to be a busy year to come.
And you touched on this a little bit, but in the current state of the fire department, what concerns you the most?
I think the largest concern I have are not what we would traditionally say. I think that the most significant emerging issue involves terrorism and homeland security, homeland-grown extremists, and some of the threats to the security of some of our nation's cities, and how that impacts our fire departments, especially those that provide emergency medical service of some variety. And those issues involve some difficult questions that we have to get answers to.
And thinking long term, what do you think those issues look like as opposed to the immediate issues?
Well, I think that our mission in the fire department is going to evolve, that it wasn't that long ago, prior to Columbine and in Littleton, Colorado, we had a tendency to want to stage and wait for law enforcement to do their thing. And like any emerging and controversial and complex topic, the role of the fire departments is expanding, and that we have to be very plugged into our homeland security partners, law enforcement primarily, to make sure that we're providing care to those people who are affected by any potential terrorist, whether it be domestic or international threat, and that we're also there for any other chemical, biological, nuclear threat associated with those events. And so it's a complex time and with a lot of complex issues, but our association has those answers.
Now next year you're going to be IAFC president. Have you begun to thought about what issues you're going to bring to the forefront?
Well, for me, this is one of them, that I think that our nation's fire departments struggle with what they need to be doing for best practices and how they need to prepare for incidents that involve domestic and international terrorism. And then it's continuing the good work of many of the IAFC's programs. The health and safety of firefighters is at the forefront, that we continue to struggle and lose too many firefighters due to cardiovascular incidents and due to cancer. And those issues are much more elevated today than they were years ago, but we have still more work to do. And of course, I think the biggest obligation of a future president is to listen. And so this is going to be a year I'm going to listen real carefully to make sure that I'm not missing anything and that we don't have other issues that maybe we have not paid enough attention to. But regardless, I'm excited and looking forward to it.
And what are you most looking forward to this week at FRI 2016?
Well, as much as it's a lot of work and a lot of steps on my Fitbit and all that sort of thing, I always enjoy FRI for it's a communion of like-minded public servants. And it's always fun to see firefighters and fire officers from all across the world and all across the country that are friends now and that have the same problems I have and share the same common goals and interests. And so this is a good way to charge my battery, and so it'll make me a better fire chief back home when I go back. But most importantly, it's just a great networking event.
Chief Tom Jenkins, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.